1980, John Carpenter's The Fog in Germany, Fog of Horror, floated over the big screen. The R-rated US production was shot in 30 days and had costs of only $1 million and additional $3 million for advertising, and became, despite a panning from critics, a worldwide financial success, making just in America more than 20 times its budget back. The movie is about the inhabitants of the city Antonio Bay in California, whose foundation is linked to a dark secret in the past. The first settlers deliberately stirred a ship on a reef by false beacon to prevent a near leper colony from establishing. A rich leper previously paid the settlers with gold for that particular land for the colony. He and his fellow sufferers were on board of the ship and drowned. The 6 conspirators founded with the stolen gold their city. On the 100th anniversary, it is intended to honor those first 6 settlers and founder. But a mysterious mist shows up, and with it the spirits of the betrayed, who now seek revenge. Director John Carpenter has also in his movie number 6 again employees from previous productions like Tommy Lee Wallace for editing or Dean Cundy behind the camera. The Fog was planned as a kind of independent character, which gives the impression that he is acting deliberately. To bring him to life, the crew partially built miniatures, shot the scenes backwards, used smoke machines, dry ice and other practical effects.
That was the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Who is that?
The movie contains some notes and quotes on film and literature. Some scenes are shot in the same place that Alfred Hitchcock used for his The Birds. The opening prologue is a quote from the last 2 lines of Edgar Allan Poe's poem A Dream Within a Dream. Arkham Reeve and the shore name Whately from the radio program reference writer H.P. Lovecraft, as he used both repeatedly in his stories. Carpenter is an admitted Lovecraft fan. The inspiration for the story comes partially from the UK 1958 The Trollenberg Terror, aka Creature from Another World, The Creeping Eye or The Flying Eye, based on the same name TV series from 1956. Stephen King's It mentions that one of the protagonists saw the movie, and the monster of the film appears as a manifestation of it later on. The slow, oppressive score of Carpenter contributes significantly to the uncanny atmosphere. Like in Halloween, the entire movie stands and falls with a brilliant score. The first time I heard something about The Fog was when he was airing late in the evening on TV, and I was not allowed to see it as a child, of course. Thanks to a secretly recording from a classmate, parents on a shopping trip and hopeless overestimation of our nerves, we of course directly watched it the next day. Like real heroes in broad daylight and with fear plush pillows, and it was still scary as hell. The Fog was extremely underrated when it came out. For the studio he was not scary enough, which is why some gore scenes were reworked. The undeserved negative reviews were probably partially due to the circumstance that nobody seemed to have understood the detail. It is not a conventional horror movie with gory effects, but in fact a ghost story, creating tension and horror out of the awesome settings and the imagination of the viewer, by not showing everything and remain many answers hidden in the proverbial fog. A consistently good cast, an excellent score, innovative effects and the brilliant cut provide even today for a creepy horror feeling. It is one of Carpenter's best works and rightly a horror film classic. In 2005 came the same named remake. Here too, on the 100th anniversary of the founding of Antonio Bay, a strange unnatural mist spreads over the island town, containing the ghosts of murdered sailors who now want to take revenge for the crimes committed against them. The couple Nick and Elizabeth and some friends are struggling to survive. Elizabeth is a kind of rebirth of Blake's wife, the leader of the murdered lepers. She disappears at the end together with the ghosts, but leaves many confused viewers behind, fallen thanks to boredom into a coma, if they didn't manage to get in the first few minutes to the emergency exits of the cinema. Here again we have a prime example of how not to do it. The story is a cheap one-on-one copy of the original with an unbelievable love story attached on top, usually only found in cheap TV soap operas. And on TV we also find the third-class actors along with the fourth-class computer effects, which look fake as fuck and were already outdated even before their programming was finished. The Snorfest was quite the big winner of negative achievements such as Worst Movie at Fangoria Chainsaw Awards and Least Scary Horror Movie at Stinker's Bad Movie Awards. From me he also gets the Foggy Brain Melter in gold for the always great idea to remake an R-rated movie PG-13, because what you least suspect in a horror movie should be any kind of horror scenes.